Hi all. Now you will hear a brief retelling of the first two episodes of the series Prescription. Its plot is based on real events. 2008, Springfield. After a hurricane, Catherine Dee Dee Blancart and her 14-year-old daughter Gypsy were left without a house. The charitable organization gave the family a new house in which they had just entered. A girl, clothed on a bald, sits in a wheelchair in huge glasses. Mother controls her every word. The girl calls a woman her best friend. Dee Dee once again walked with a razor on the head of her daughter. After transplanting it from the sink to a wheelchair, Gypsy inserts a pipe into the stomach to eat. Dee Dee feeds the girl with liquid food mixed with drugs exclusively through the probe. Gypsy has to sleep in an oxygen mask. The family first aid kit of the family consists of dozens, if not hundreds of drugs. Accepts this or that medicine in the mood. In the neighborhood with the Blancarts, the girl of Lisi lives. She was not able to persuade her mother to go to say hello to new neighbors, so she went alone. All in pink, Gypsy watches cartoons and draws the prints. She immediately became interested in the girl because she never had friends. Lisi works as a volunteer in a local hospital. Sometimes they arrange reincarnation by the patient. Why don't she make up a Jeepy? The girl happily agrees. Gypsy is violently reacting to the fact that Lisi has a boyfriend. It used to be painted for cosplay. She loves to change into Disney princesses. Dee Dee observes Weedy intensely from around the corner. Gypsy was delighted with her makeup, but then my mother immediately soaked a rag and demanded that she wash away this muck from her face. She is too small for this plaster. Gypsy got tears. She wants to be like everyone else, but her mother does not give her. The next day, Dee Dee and her daughter went out to say hello to Lishi and her boyfriend. Mom's mother's name is Mel, the second neighbor of Shelley. Dee Dee says that the daughters removed the submandibular glands. She has epilepsy, paraplegia, noise in her heart, anemia. According to Dee Dee, her daughter will never be able to take care of herself. Lise offers a new neighbor to drink cola, but Dee Dee immediately screamed that she was allergic to sugar. At home, a woman tells the child about the horrors of anaphylactic shock, which will happen if she makes at least a sip of soda. Dee Dee brought her daughter to a shopping center to buy her another pink little thing. Gypsy asked to buy her a pendant, but how to buy? To steal, so far, no one sees. Gypsy drives her, and Mel became a witness to the crime. Dee Dee got excited that the neighbor could now hand over her police and wants to talk about it. But that one was visiting Shelley. This, by the way, the neighbors built a house for a disabled girl and her mother. They and other volunteers of this area. Mel hints that she really did not like what she saw today. Gypsy does not have her own computer. She is allowed to use only my mother's laptop. She immediately drives the word guy and kiss in the search engine. Gypsy invites Mom to make pizza. It will be a very tasty pizza flooded with milk and interrupted in a blender. A dense slurry of the syringe behind the syringe flows through the tube of the child immediately into the stomach. To make friends with the neighbors, Dee Dee made a party. She walks with a jar and collects donations in her, supposedly for surgery to her daughter's eyes. The children surrounded the Jeepy, who is dressed as the devil knows what. As always, however, she is much more interesting to observe the relationship between a neighbor with her boyfriend. In the evening, the girl drives up to them, but they immediately go to the cinema. Gypsy, of course, is impossible with them. On the table are seductive cupcakes. Until the mother sees, Gypsy wants to try one of them. Only now Mel drove up, for which everything was started. Dee Dee tried to shove the theft to a disabled daughter, but you can't spend Mel. Then the woman began to squeeze out a tear or pour that Gypsy did not stay long, and they also have little money. Then she saw a daughter with a cake, knocked him out of her hands, made an injection, and took him to the hospital. There, she again waits that another 5 minutes, and Gypsy would definitely die. Mel drove up to the hospital, passed a forgotten wallet to Died, and suggested forgetting about an uncomfortable situation because she herself is the mother and did not want to complicate her life. We are being transferred to 2015. The Blanchard house is cordoned off by finds the murdered Dee Dee Blanchard in Gypsy bed with a lot of stab wounds, but the Jeepy itself is nowhere to do. 2008. Before going to bed, Dee Dee, as always, is Sisiaka with his daughter, and then throws to the Sanctors. She received a check for $1,500. She sleeps with her daughter in the same bed. At 11 in the morning, the Jeeps removes the mask, easily rises to his feet, and goes to the refrigerator. The girl wanted to take a chance and check if she really has an allergy to sugar, and cream from the spray can did not harm her. The fact is that in the hospital, she heard that her mother gives her a medicine in which there is so much sugar, which means that she can eat sweet without problems. And she also has a body from constant sitting. Mother found a Gypsy on her feet and immediately demanded that she lay down and put on a mask. Gypsy falls asleep with tears in his eyes. 2015. The gathered neighbors are trying to recall the huge list of Gypsy sores. How could she even escape somewhere in this state? 2009. The girl drinks Coca-Cola directly from the bottle, eats ice cream with buckets, and sweets with handfuls while constantly looking at makeup lessons. Dee Dee received a letter that made her very happy. Gypsy became a Child of the Year in Springfield. Not surprisingly, the mother wrote so many compassionate about her, a large number of people will get through to look at her daughter. Due to sweets, Gypsy has soon found out what caries and toothache were. Dee Dee is sure that her daughter has increased acidity of the stomach, which is why her teeth deteriorated. The gastroenterologist is not believed that the girl has submandibular glands. She swallows quite well, so the pipe from the abdomen can be removed. The girl was very delighted, but instead, the mother is more likely to find another, more accommodating doctor. In the end, a woman nevertheless prescribes a child with high acidity. At the pediatrician, she later wonders if at least one girl's illness was confirmed due to her huge medical card. Even in the reception room, Dee Dee stole a stack of forms for prescribing recipes. Maybe I no longer need a tube? But Mom does not think so. From now on, she will talk to the doctors alone. While the Quran is considering the dead body, the neighbors reflect on who needed to kill Dee Dee. During the brushing of the teeth, the Gypsy fell out one tooth. She was scared. Morning came, and Dee Dee prepares a mega casseticle of 7 drugs mixed in the liquid for her daughter. Everything at once falls into the girl's stomach. She looks at the girls in the yard with envy. Mother went to meet her and allowed the stroller to drive up to the neighbors. In addition to 2 friends, she found a puppy in Leishy's room and was very happy for him. The girls saw Gypsy's teeth and were amazed at how bad they looked. The girl admitted in her night adventures, and she is very afraid that her mother will also find out about them. Dr. Lakshmi Chandra calls the therapist who treated Gypsius and finds out the details of her treatment. An employee of the social service came to the Blanchards. Dee Dee urgently forces the daughter to take some very bitter medicine, from which the Tosh is twisting. Allison arrived because there was a complaint from a person who was concerned about the safety of Gypsy. The social worker does not respond to a crying woman and carefully examines the house. Dee Dee takes a Gypsy from the bathroom. The drug has already acted, and the girl was leaving. Sleepy Gypsy answers questions for Inhibited. Her mother strained. She forgot the stolen forms on the table. It turned out that the rights to the house and its insurance are issued to different people. As in the case of the old medical car Gypsy, Dee Dee shoved everything to the Hurricane Catherine. Like, after the disaster, there was confusion with documents. But I don't understand who complained to you. Have a good day. The social worker's visit has become a great stress for Dee Dee. She seals the windows with a translucent film so that no one can look in them. The woman suspects Meg and came to her again to pity. The neighbor assures her that it was not her. Gypsy came to the dentist. Already after the sleeping pills were introduced, the girl found out that she would not be treated, but simply remove her teeth. She was very upset and cried. Gypsy came to it home with a sore face. Having driven up to the mirror, she found out that she had no more teeth. During the bathing, she is a toothless sitting in the bathroom and sobs bitterly. But Mom, as always, says that everything is in order. After the operation, Gypsy has his whole face in bruises, and Dee Dee around her flutters and prepares for a warding. She will show her to everyone without even inserting new teeth. My teeth, my face. Dr. Chandra calls Blanchard. She is looking for an opportunity to meet with Gypsius again and show her to specialists. Dee Dee attached the bank on a bald head. Daughters, what a beauty! But it would clearly be better with the teeth. Already before going on the stage, Gypsy received a gift from her mother, an inserted jaw. But why did she torment her for so long and gave her teeth only now? Under the light of the Sophites, the Gypsy rolled out onto the stage to receive the Child 2009 award. A generous gift of $5,000 goes to him. Taking the microphone in her hands, Gypsy pulled a song about love with a sand voice. Mother began to sing along, Blanchards arrived at the appointment with Dr. Chandra. Gypsy was left alone with a woman. The specialist tells the girl that she does not have allergies to sugar, and right now, he offers her to drink Coca-Cola. Perhaps in the future it turns out that other diagnoses are invalid. Dr. Chandra replaced the umbrella. 2015. Lacey is recognized as his mother and then tells the police that Gypsy has a secret account on Facebook. With the help of him, she made her friends and, it seems, even found a guy. Gypsy puts another unnecessary toy on the bed. She no longer wants to sing along with her mother and closes in her room. Dear viewers, if you are interested in the continuation of the story about the healthy family relations of Gypsy Blanchard and her mother, please give me to know about this in the comments. Sent by an imminent meeting.